Good morning and a warm welcome. I do pray that God has brought you safely to the beginning of this new day and that this finds you well. I would like to continue with our little series looking a bit more closely at the Lord's Prayer, this wonderful prayer that Jesus himself has taught us. And I would like to look at the next bidding. We pray, give us today our daily bread. What do we actually mean when we say these words? What is our daily bread? I believe that the daily bread is what we actually need and not what we want. And that is a distinction that we need to make and we need to understand. We pray to God that he will provide for us that day what we need that day. We are not looking ahead. We are not asking for more. But how often do we realize that this is not about our wants, but our needs? I want to remind us of an Old Testament story, part of the story of the Exodus of the people of Israel. And we revisit Moses, the person that we heard about a few days ago, the person that was so reluctant to take up a leadership role, the leadership role that God wanted to entrust to him. By now, the people of Israel are well on their way through the desert. And time and again, they complain bitterly to Moses that they feel they haven't got what they really need. And this time, they feel that they're lacking food. And once again, they complain to Moses. And Moses brings their complaint before God and asks for God's help. And God responds. Then the Lord said to Moses, I am going to rain bread from heaven for you, and each day the people shall go out and gather enough for that day. In that way I will test them, whether they will follow my instruction or not. On the sixth day, when they prepare what they bring in, it will be twice as much as they gather on other days. The sixth day, the day of preparation for the Sabbath, and God provides enough for that day and the next. God is giving these people what they need, but it might not be what they want. And I wonder, how often are we like that? How often do we think we need something, but actually it is just an expression of a want that we have? We are going through tough times. The world around us has changed beyond recognition. Our daily routines have changed. Our lives have changed. And maybe this is a time to reflect. What is it that we really need? Because so many of our wants can't be fulfilled at the moment. We are thrown back at the bare necessities, where we need to look at what keeps us alive today. How do we keep safe? How do we get what we actually need? I do believe in a God that does provide, a God that also relies on us to look out for each other, to make sure that those who are in need have what they need to live that day. That is our responsibility. And I want to finish with another story, in a way, a story that connects to the time we live in our church year as we are still going through Lent. And at the beginning of Lent, we remember Jesus being tempted, and those wonderful words where Jesus replies, "One does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." Jesus rebukes the tempter and reminds us that we need to hold on to God's wonderful promise. We need to hold on to our faith that the God we believe in will never leave us and will indeed be there, as we can be assured that God is with us in these difficult times. And so the next time when we pray, "Give us today our daily bread," let us remember what it is that we really need, and let us also remember the needs of those around us. May God keep you and bless you wherever you are. Stay safe and well.